All right, guys, you made it this far. That's good. Um, the extra practice, page 77, I'm going to give you the answers. You have to do 13 through 17 odd, which is just 3 problems, no biggie. The first answer was 54 teenagers. Number 15 is 3 baseballs. And number 17 is 28 DVDs. Okay? I'm hoping you're starting to get this now. It's all about relationships. It's about times tables. It's about division. It's about connections, patterns. Just one step at a time, okay? Don't get overwhelmed by this. But anyways, let's get right to it. A survey reported that out of 50 teenagers, 9 said they get their news from a newspaper. At this rate, how many out of 300 teenagers would you expect to get the news from a newspaper? All right, I read the problem. What do I know? I see the number 50. All right, 50 teenagers. By the way, I should be using pencil, but I'm just writing this down, so hopefully I don't make a mistake. 50 teenagers, 9 teenagers get news from a newspaper. So I'm going to just put down 9 teenagers, newspaper. All right. Okay, this is going to sound really sad. I don't know if you guys even know what a newspaper is. It's like a magazine, but without color. It's all black and white. I'm sorry. I know I'm old, and maybe you guys don't even know. Some of you do. If you do, that's great. But anyways, just look it up on Google, newspaper. You'll see what it looks like. All right. And we also know that we have 300 teenagers in the future for later, right? Again, I'm going to put down, I did this with the other problem too, but I'll do it for now, just to remind myself. Future. All right. And what's the question? At this rate, how many out of 300 teenagers would you expect to get the news from a newspaper? All right. Oh, we got to set this up first. So we have 300 teenagers. Sorry, we have 9 teenagers now that get their news from a newspaper out of 50. So that's a 9 out of 50 situation. That's a part to whole. 9, 50, 9 teenagers, newspaper, out of 50. So where do these guys get their 50 teenagers total? Where do they get their news? Maybe Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. I was going to say Tweeter. It's Twitter. Anyways. All right. So 9 out of 50. If you can imagine 50 dots, 9 of them would be circled or highlighted or whatever. These are the kids that get their news from newspaper. All right. This is a connection. For every 50, out of 50, 9 get their news from a newspaper. All right. But what happens if we have 300 students later on? Whoop. Not students. I'm sorry. I still think of teenagers as students, even though that's not necessarily true. Teenagers total. This still works. All right. The question then is, how many students out of 300 would get their news from a newspaper? All right. Again, I see that it scales up. I know I can make groups of 50 out of 300 and get an equal amount of groups with the same amount in each group, right? Equal groups. All right. I can get 6 groups of 50. How do I know that? 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30. Boom. I'll do the same thing at the top. 9 times 6, 54. Teenagers. Okay, ran out of space, but you get the idea. But I can't leave it like that. I have to write a complete sentence. 54 teenagers get their news from the newspaper. I hope you're doing this in pencil. I realize I'm doing it in pen, but you saw what happened. I made a mistake. Guys, just a reminder, as you do this, if you notice things or you have an aha moment, oh, I get it now, write down on the side quickly, what is it you understood? So you don't forget. Now, if you're still stuck, write on the side what you don't get, and then ask me tomorrow or next time you see me or message me later on. Okay? All right, so that's 13. Oh, and again, if you did this differently, that's fine. My way is not the only way. Okay, number 15. Read the problem. Read it through. If 15 baseballs weigh 75 ounces, how many baseballs weigh 15 ounces? All right. 15 baseballs. If you notice, a lot of this is a now situation versus a future situation. Now, later. Now, later. But anyways, so now we have 15 baseballs. And they weigh 75 ounces. We know that. That tells us that. But what if we want only 15 ounces? Because maybe 75 ounces is too much. We can't carry that many baseballs because it'll be too heavy to go on an airport. I don't know. Whatever. You make a story, whatever you want. Your backpack is too small to hold 75 ounces. 15 ounces works. Okay. Ugh. Now, it's all about ratios. It's all about connections. What is it that goes together? 15 with 75 or 15 with 15? What's going on? I'm going to read the problem again. 15 baseballs weigh 75 ounces. Okay, so 15 and 75 go together. And like I said before, write the words so you don't forget what's going on. All right, it's there. Now, what's the question? How many baseballs weigh 15 ounces? So we're looking for how many baseballs weigh 15 ounces. Now, I haven't done this in a while because I figured you guys would do it anyways. But I'm noticing a lot of you forgetting what the answer means at the end. So I'm going to write the question that we're trying to answer. So when I get the answer, I can answer the question right away with a sentence. How many baseballs weigh 15 ounces? Supposed to be a U. All right. There's my question. Now I just got to answer it. Let's do this. 15 to 75. Right? 15 baseballs, 75 ounces. If I want 15 ounces, again, 15 goes with the ounces here. Ounces to ounces, 15 ounces, ounces. All right. Oh, dear. Look at this. We have a situation where we are scaling down. We haven't done that in a while. Okay, now when we're scaling down, we're dividing by something. Okay. Now here's the deal. Remember, you're scaling down. We already know our answer. We have groups of 15. So if you break up 75 into groups of 15, how many groups do you get? Well, how many groups is that? Just like I said before, 75 divided by something is this. Okay, fair enough. You could switch the numbers around. 75 divided by 15 gives you this. Let's try it out. Right? Remember the fact family? Here's the deal. You're like, what's he doing? He's nuts. 75 is our quotient. Or sorry, 75 would be our dividend. Right? 75 would be our dividend. Our divisor, or our quotient here is 15. Right? What am I doing? Like, what's he doing? Remember we talked about this a long time ago. 15 times something gives you this. Something times 15 gives you that. Remember we talked about this. 15 times whatever this is, 75. Something times 15 gives you 75. So, think about that. 75 divided by this gives you 15. 75 divided by this gives you 15. That means you can do 75 divided by 15 gives you that. Look at that. See how that works? All right, anyways. Enough congratulating myself. I'm not that bright. All right. I'm okay, but not that I'm not a genius or anything. It's just a lot of work. Experience is what it is. All right. So, how many groups of 15 can you make out of 75? Now, this is where it gets a little hard for some of you. Not to worry. You can do this. We're making groups of 15. Can we make groups of 15 out of 7? No. Out of 75? Yes. Your first digit will go right above that 5. But now you're like, but wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay. I'm going to say that this is 20. Let's just say 20, right? It's just for the moment, 20. Right? Look at the first digit. Look at the first digit there. Basically what I'm doing in my head is this. Okay, I can't do it. That's a no. 75. Yes. All right. Let's make it something smaller. How many groups of 2 can you make out of 7? Seriously, literally, just tell me groups of 2 can you make out of 7. Oh, 3. Well, let's try the 3 here, see what happens. Right? And actually, I'm putting it in the wrong place, aren't I? Alright, 3 times 15, that's 45. Okay, that's not going to work. Why not? I have 30 left over. That means I have enough to make more groups of 15. So, okay, that's fair. That works. By the way, the answer is 6. I did do this in my head, but I'm trying to show you that it's okay to go through steps. Okay, so 3 is too small. I'm going to try 5, just for the sake of argument. Did I say 6 earlier? I meant 5. I don't know why I said 6. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay, so it's 5. Whew. 75 divided by 5 gives you 15. 75 divided by 15 gives you 5. See the connection? Anyways, you divide this by 5. And again, same thing. 5 times what gives you 15? 3. Look, I'm sorry if this didn't make sense. This is something you should have learned already in division. But the idea is sane. It's valid. Okay? Or you could have just figured 15 times 2 is 30. If I multiply that by 2, I get 60. That's 4. And you basically, there are ways of doing this. You could have just played with this. 15 times 1, 15 times 2, 15 times 3, 15 times 4. Okay? So the final answer is, how many baseballs weigh 15 ounces? 3 baseballs weigh 15 ounces. All right. One more to go, people. $17. All right. Let's read the problem. For a store contest, 4 out of every 65 people who visit the store will receive a free DVD. If 455 people visit the store, how many DVDs were given away? All right. We have the number 4. We have the number 65. And then we have the number 455. But what do those numbers mean? Okay, 455 people, that goes together. This is a little confusing. Oh, 65 people, that goes together. Where's my proof? Where's my evidence? The word problem. It says it right at the very beginning. 4 out of every 65 people who visit the store will receive a free DVD. If 455 people, that goes together. But what goes with the 4? Let me read that first sentence again. For a store contest, 4 out of 65 people who visit the store will receive a free DVD. Okay. I think it's DVDs, right? So, if I understand it correctly, for every 65 people, 4 DVDs are given away. Makes sense. And again, just keep aware, like I said, this is a now situation. This is a now situation. This is a later situation. Now, do you have to put now, later? No, that's up to you. I do it just to clarify for myself. It's actually, there's an order to this. There's a pattern to this. There's a correctness to this. All right. 4 DVDs. I'll put that there. But what goes with that? Is it the 65 or 455? Did I write that correctly? Something bothers me about that. Let's see. I'm looking for... Oh, no, it is right. It's 455. Okay. Let me read that problem again just to make sure. If for a store contest, 4 out of every 65 people... Okay, it's 65. It goes with the 65 people. Great. But what's the question? What are we asking for? If 455 people visit the store, how many DVDs were given away? Okay, the question is, how many DVDs... You guys should still remember what DVDs are, I hope. Were given away. That looks like a weird W, but don't worry about it. All right. We have the initial setup. We have the question. But I forgot one thing. This is people. We need to do something with this 455. Okay. Does it go with the 4 DVDs or with the 65 people? This is the now. Now we're talking about the later. I believe the 455 goes with the people, right? Okay. Whew. Ooh, doggy. All right. Now, I'm looking. It looks like I'm scaling up again. We don't know what that is. All right. Now, you already know that's going to be division. We've already seen enough problems. All right. Big picture time. Let's look at the big picture. We're making groups of 65. Right? Can we make groups of 65 out of 4? No. 45? Yes. 400? No, sorry. 45? No. 455? Yes. Your first digit will go right above that. Make this dark so you can see it. All right. This time this will work. I'm going to highlight this. All right. Follow with me. We already looked at the big picture. Now we're going to look at the little picture. I'm going to look at the first digit here and the first digit there. Can I make groups of 6 out of 4? No. What about 45? Can I make groups of 6 out of 45? Yes. How many? I'm going to say about 7. Right? 6 times 7, 42. All right, I'm going to try the 7. See if that works. I'm going to highlight that so you can see it. Well, that could be wrong. I should have done that, but that's okay. 7 times 5, 35. Carry the 3. 7 times 6, 42. Plus 3, 45. Oh, we got lucky. It worked out. Whew. Otherwise, it would have been a big mess with it, with whiteout. All right. So it factors up by a scale of 7. Or, sorry, that sounded weird. It scales up by a factor of 7. Switch those words around. So do the same thing here. 4 times 7. What's 4 times 7? You should know your times tables. 28. 28 what? 28 DVDs. But that's not the answer. I still have to answer the question. How many DVDs were given away? 28 DVDs were given away. My friends, that is your answer. Okay, I hope this helped. Study, do the problems on your own, and see what happens. Okay, good luck.